Alright, well, back at Academy, still the best knife you can get at Academy for the money is the um, Moras. Cannot beat these. There is no survival knife in Academy that is worth it. If they even still advertise to have survival knives. I mean, they have the Buck, which is good, but I wouldn't call it a survival knife. I'll call it a hunting knife. They have some cheap buoys that suck. But used to they had the Bear Grylls knife, and that knife really does suck. But if you need a sharp knife for most camping tasks, these are the perfect knives. They're going to do everything you need them to do, and they're going to perform. They're going to be sharp. They're going to be relatively easy to sharpen. And if you are in a survival situation, you don't necessarily need a splitting wedge. You'll be able to affect survival with this, and although the big bussies and stuff are cool on a backpacking trip, these are what you need to go for. Now back to the Scrubber. This is the first one-handed opening knife I've ever owned, and I didn't even buy it, and it wasn't given to me. I was in a a Dollar General, and someone left one on the shelf, not as a product that they were selling, but either a customer or a stockman took it out of their pocket and put it on the shelf, and they forgot it, and they lost it. Me being a kid and not knowing that a stockman or someone in retail could be coming back for it, I grabbed it. I was like, well, if you lose it, you don't know where it is. I might as well give it a good home. And this was the first one-handed opening knife I ever owned. I want to point you down to this knife, though. This Scrubber. This is a thing of beauty. Now, the steel ain't, excuse me, I'm sick. The steel isn't amazing, but it has a sheep's foot blade, slip joint, very classy knife with a pocket clip. I think they should make more slip joints with pocket clips, especially one as beautiful as this, and affordable to boot. This is an awesome gentleman's knife. It's not going to be very offensive or intimidating, but yet you can carry it and use it, and it's convenient to carry and use. And it looks good. It looks like that with this knife that you care about image, as opposed to carrying something like that. What else? That. Hang on a second. Let's look at something. At a first glance, that looked like a Cutlery Lover's Barlow. Not that it was I mistaken for it, but it looked to be inspired. The bowstle's too short. The blades, or the blade is different, and the handle's different. But I just glanced at it and I was like, hey, that looks like a Marlin Barlow that kind of favors Cutlery Lovers. Although this is not a Barlow in the sense, but it was just something that caught my eye, and the first thing I thought was modern day Barlow, but it's not one. Good news, Cutlery Lover. Your knife has not been counterfeited. I would never buy these knives. Still think technically illegal in Texas, but possibly not. It's funny that that's actually not bad looking, but it's funny. It's now legal to carry saps, blackjacks, and brass knuckles, and I have a sap that I want to carry for review purposes, and I don't have it on me. You think I'd have it on me, but I forgot about it. It's in my Jeep. CEO. I think this is a pretty classy knife. It's interesting. It's almost a big little knife. It's not big and it's not little, but it looks elegant. Good job, Columbia River Knife and Tool. I refuse to call you Cricket, but I know people who do. That would look good without the Browning logo, as with most of these knives. That's a chunk. I love the Stag, but it's just a chunk. They need They need to lighten this up and stuff. Make it a little bit more proportional to the human body and, stuff. Well, I think that's everything I want to talk about in the knife section. Let's see what else is at Academy. This is how I found the dummy, or mannequin, and he's wearing a fishing shirt, hat, hiking boots, but there's one problem. He looks like a frat boy. He doesn't look like an outdoorsman. How do we fix that? Looks mature, looks like he's educated and knows what he's doing, and the hat's actually serving a purpose for keeping the sun out of his eyes. There you go. Wait a minute. Let's look at this. We got a relatively expensive buck folding knife. 420 excuse me, 420 Boss steel, smooth free-handed ball bearing technology. But I'm very interested in this texturing. It looks very similar to the Colombian River knife and tool Ripple, which I know it's different, but it definitely seems to be inspired by it. This mannequin looks too imposing, too serious. How can we fix this? There you go, Bubba Mannequin. Alright, YouTube, this is the flashlight section. I decided to look at this section because my coworker wanted a self-defense flashlight that was cheap, and it was not really a good one here. I have one suggestion that I'm not going to share with you because, well, I'll share it with you, and it's this one. Because they want it for around the home, that he wants it for his wife. He's not going to be carrying it, I don't think, as an EDC item. It's just something if they hear a bump in the night, they want to check it out. And this is this has a long handle. You can whack someone with it. 3,200 lumens. Built-in battery bank, so if it's a power outage situation and they need to get one phone charged, this could probably do it. And I would love to suggest them something, like this. It's all tactical, strobe and stuff. But that big green button looks very fragile. And in fact, this flashlight is the reason why I got into high-end flashlights. This is the flashlight that got me into Surefire. I needed a hunting flashlight. I wasn't interested in self-defense flashlights. And I bought this thinking, it has all the colors that, I'll be able to look for blood and protect my night vision and stuff. But the very soft mode buttons broke on me on the first day. So I returned it, got my money back, went online, started looking at flashlights. The name Surefire kept popping up, so I bought a Surefire G2. And there was some people on this aisle, but they heard me talking and they left because I'm talking to myself and while holding a cell phone. I want to show you something though. I have no intentions on buying this machete, but I love it. It has a weight forward balance. It's short and stubby, so it's not going to have a lot of leverage, but it just looks like it's going to work very well. It looks like you're going to be able to hang on to it. It looks like it's going to be able to hack and snap cut things and stuff. So I'm very impressed with this machete. I'm generally not impressed with at least the Gator machete. I've heard they had some quality control issues, and but this one impresses me for whatever reason. It tickles my fancy. Thought I'd share that with you. This mannequin looks too relaxed. He looks like he's not aware of his surroundings, but he still needs to blend in as well. How do we make him look tactical, but yet still not draw attention to himself? Some say gray man with the colors. Some say flashing billboard that I'm carrying. Looking at some more knives, and I want to point something out to you that is just amazing. These Bubba knives are not known for their blades. They're known for their handles. Their handles are their main selling point. They're so grippy and, grippy and grippy. How can you profit off of a grippy knife? You make a grippy electric knife. This is amazing. I have used many electric knives, and when you're maneuvering a fried turkey, grip is everything. And most electric knives are just smooth plastic. Makes it very difficult to hang on to and to get into weird positions. But this might just be the Excalibur of electric knives, fillet knives, whatever you want to call them. I just want to share that with you. This mannequin has clearly never walked outside a day in his life. For God's sake, look how pale he is. He's never been in the sunlight. But it's clear that he wants to have the persona of a working man. How do we keep his persona, but yet protect him from the sun? Don't laugh, people. If you've been out in the sun for a long enough period of time, you get it, and you appreciate it, and you rock it.